about this intoxication. Again, someone out of delusion comes and argues, I don't get intoxicated. I take just a small cup of wine. This does not intoxicate me. What harm? And I have not harmed anybody. And I feel quite happy with that. I have not harmed myself. Again, what a great delusion. Every drunkard, every alcoholic, every addict starts with a small cup of alcohol under the illusion that I will always keep myself free from high intoxication. And see how, step by step, one gets involved in high intoxication. Not only that, when one breaks this Shila, the fifth Shila, it becomes so easy for this person to break all the other four Shilas. It becomes so easy. There is a story here. That a Lama was running out of his country, running from Tibet towards India in a great hurry. Very cold winter. Whole day he keeps on walking. Evening he finds some shelter somewhere and takes rest. One evening he reached a small inn. The owner of the inn was a young Tibetan lady. He was very tired. He tried to sleep somewhere under the roof. This Tibetan young lady got attracted towards this young Lama and told her, it's so cold outside. Why don't you come and take rest in my room? Sleep in my room. The Lama was annoyed. What are you talking? I'm a Lama. I'm a monk. How can I sleep with you in your room? I live the life of celibacy. Never speak such words to a Lama. She said, yes, all right. But then I find you so exhausted. I want to help you. I feel pity for you. I want to prepare a very good food for you. You are so exhausted. Take some good food and then sleep. Doesn't matter you sleep outside. But I can't prepare very good food for you. I need some good meat. And look, here is my old yak. I can't kill this yak. Here is the sword. You kill this yak, and I will take some flesh from it, some meat from it. I will prepare very good food for you. Again the Lama said, mad woman, what you are talking? I'm a Lama. I'm a monk. How can I kill? I'm sorry, sir. But how can I prepare good food for you? This yak is so big, and I can't kill. All right. There, little far away, there is a hut, and a very old Tibetan lady is living there. She has got some very young yaks, yaklings, calves. Take this rope, tie one of the yak, and bring it here, and I will kill. I can kill a young yak, but not such an old yak, such a big yak. And again the Lama said, what you are talking? How can I steal? But then how can I prepare food for you? All right, if you don't steal, Then you go and say this old lady, that I'm taking your yak for a walk outside. I'll walk with this yak. A few minutes, I'll be happy, the yak will be happy, then I'll bring it back. And you bring this yak to me, then I will kill. What you are talking? How to speak lie? How to deceive others? How is it possible? The young lady found it impossible how to entice this fellow. So she said, all right, don't do anything. But look, you're so tired, you're so exhausted. Come sit. Have a little drink. This will make you fresh. And you can get a sound sleep. The Lama was really exhausted, tired after a long journey. And he took just a small cup of the alcohol that was given. And this one cup, make him take the second cup, the third cup. He got intoxicated and did everything that that woman wanted him to do. You break the fifth Shila and you can break every Shila. You'll break every Shila easily. So to keep yourself away from breaking any of the Shila, it is absolutely essential that you don't break the fifth Shila. As the student becomes more and more matured, the student starts understanding the value of precept Sila. It is so important for my progress on the path of Dhamma. So you took your 5 precepts and you started working? What you started working? You started observing your respiration. The first step of the technique of meditation. After taking precepts, the first step of the technique of meditation, you started observing your respiration. Again, it becomes so clear to the traveler on the path of Dhamma that although I understand very well that I should not break any of my Shila, yet I find that I cannot abstain from breaking Shilas. And the reason for this is that I have got no mastery over my mind. I have no control over my mind. I know perfectly well that I should not drink, I should not speak lies, I should not kill, I should not do this, I should not do that. But then because I have no control over my mind, I commit things which I should not commit. So I must have control over my mind. That is why the second division of Dhamma, Samadhi, concentration of the mind, mastery over the mind. An old student again starts understanding very well that I can develop mastery over my mind, I can develop concentration of my mind by using any object. There are many objects with the help of which I can train my mind to get concentrated. Then why I have chosen this object, my own respiration, the natural respiration as it comes in, as it goes out. Again, it becomes so clear that any other object would have taken him towards a sectarian path. But this object of natural breath is an object of universal path. The breath is breath. You're observing natural breath. Say, for example, you could have used the name of a particular god or goddess, founder of this religion or that religion, and repeating this name again and again, again and again, you would have certainly concentrated your mind. Similarly, you have started imagining the shape, the form of a particular god or goddess or founder of this religion or that religion. Certainly you would have been able to concentrate your mind. But then that path would not have been a path universal. It would have been a sectarian path. A the god or goddess of this particular sect will be acceptable to the members of this particular sect, not to the members of other sects. The shape, the form of a god of a particular sect will be acceptable to the members of that particular sect, not to the members of other sect. It can't be universal. But just observing the natural breath, it has nothing to do with any sectarian belief. The breath is breath. It can neither be Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or a Jain or a Buddhist. Breath is breath, and you are just observing it. A Hindu can very well observe the breath, a Muslim can very well observe the breath, a Christian, a Jewish, anyone can observe the breath without getting oneself converted from one organized religion to another organized religion. This is what an enlightened person teaches. A universal path which can be practiced by one and all. Oh, that is why I have chosen the object of my concentration, of my awareness, my own respiration, natural respiration. And again it becomes very clear to the meditator, why natural respiration? Why not artificial respiration? Why not controlled breathing? Why not regulated breathing? When you work with controlled breathing, with regulated breathing, then you are not observing the truth as it is. It's a created truth, an artificial truth. And the technique, the path is that you observe the natural truth as it manifests itself from time to time, from moment to moment. If the breath is deep at this moment, you're just aware it is deep. If it is shallow at this moment, you're just aware it is shallow. You're doing nothing. If it passes to the left nostril, you're just aware passing to the left nostril. If it passes to the right nostril, you're just aware passing to the right nostril. That's all. You never try to change. You just observe. You let the nature play its own role, and you just observe the nature as it is, the truth as it is. An old student also starts understanding very well that as I start observing my natural breath, it becomes so clear to me that my breath is strongly related to my mind also. It is not merely a physical activity. It has got so much to do with my mind. And it is strongly related to the mental defilements. It becomes so clear. By observing the respiration, one finds that suddenly the mind is getting involved in some kind of defilement. Because of some memory of the past, anger has started arising. A negativity has started arising. And the breath loses its normality. It is no more normal. So long as there is anger in the mind, or hatred in the mind, or passion in the mind, or fear in the mind, the breath is never normal. It becomes little hard, it becomes little fast. And the meditator observes that as and when this defilement passes away, the mind is free from defilement, the breath again becomes normal. So it becomes so clear at the experiential level that my breath is strongly related to my mind and very strongly related to the defilements of my mind. I am observing breath without using any word or name, without imagining any form or shape, because the ultimate aim of my meditation is not just to concentrate my mind. Concentration of the mind is good, it is helpful, it is a tool, it is an aid, but the final goal is purification of the mind. So long as there is impurity in the mind, I am bound to suffer. I am bound to become miserable from time to time because one impurity or the other which is stored inside will raise its head and I will become agitated. So I have to clear this stock. I have to come out of the habit of generating defilements in the mind. So purity of the mind is the final goal for me. Observing breath, bare breath. By observing bare breath, I am not only developing concentration of my mind, but I have started purifying my mind. One starts realizing this very easily. As and when I am observing the natural breath coming in, going out, I am free from illusion, I am free from delusion because I am with the truth, the reality, however gross it may be, but the fact is that at this moment I am breathing in, I am breathing out. And I am just accepting this fact. And when I am observing the breath coming in, going out, I don't generate any craving. I don't start craving for a breath. I don't generate any aversion. I don't start hating my breath. I just observe the breath as it is. If it is deep, it is deep. If it is shallow, it is shallow. If it passes to the left nostril, right nostril, right nostril. I am just observing. Mere observation. Free from illusion, delusion. Free from craving, aversion. Although I get very few moments like this, most of the time the mind keeps on rolling in the past, keeps on rolling in the future. I forget all about my respiration. But those moments when I am with respiration, nothing but respiration, I am free from these defilements. Maybe just at the surface level of the mind, but I am free from these defilements. The process of purification has started. It becomes clear that with the help of my respiration, I am not only developing my faculty of concentrating the mind, but I have also started purifying my mind. Again, it becomes so clear, it is so universal. Anyone who starts observing the breath as it is, starts not only concentrating the mind, but starts purifying the mind. When we call oneself a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or a Jain or a Jewish, makes no difference. One may be Indian or a Burmese or American or a Russian, makes no difference. Anyone who practices will get the same benefit. Oh, certainly I am working on a universal path. I am not getting myself involved in any organized religion. It becomes clear. Shila, one finds universal. Samadhi, one finds universal. And then the third step, which you will start practicing tomorrow morning, when you start practicing Vipassana, the Panya, the wisdom, the field of wisdom. Again, the field of wisdom becomes so clear, oh, universal. Again, this law of nature. So long as Panya is Sutta Panya, you heard about the truth, you read about the truth, and you're accepting it because you've got great confidence in someone who has said about this truth. And you're accepting it. This is Sutta Panya. You take the next step, Chintan Panya. You use your intellect. You try to rationalize whatever you read or whatever you heard. But this is not enough for this path. Mere Sutta Panya, mere Chintan Panya is not sufficient. They are helpful. They give you inspiration, they give you guidance, but the actual benefit that you get, being old student, you know very well, the actual benefit that you get is by Bhavanamaya Panya. The Panya, the wisdom, the insight that you develop with direct experience of your own. The Sutta Panya, The Chintapanya gave you inspiration, gave you guidance. In that respect, they were very good. But the real benefit that you started getting was from the Bhavanamaya Panya. And what is Bhavanamaya Panya? When it is mere Sutamaya Panya, then you may accept it because you belong to a particular sect and the founder of the sect has said that this is true. You accept because you have great faith in the founder of this particular sect. Or a particular scripture says so and you have great faith in this scripture and you accept it. Others may accept, may not accept. It can't be universal. Not necessary that it must be universal. So also Chintamaya Panya, you intellectualized it, and most of the time when you start intellectualizing a fact which you read from your own scriptures of your own sect, all your intellect is used to justify it, all your intellect is used to rationalize it. It can't be universal. Others may not rationalize it. Others may not accept it as a very rational thing. And after all, intellect is intellect. It has got its own limitation. Therefore, it can't be universal. The sphere of intellect cannot be the same of every person. It can't be universal. But when you start experiencing the truth, and you accept only that much truth which you experience yourself, then you are free from sectarian beliefs. You are free from devotional or emotional beliefs, even free from intellectual games. Now you are accepting what you are experiencing. And of course you experience initially gross realities, doesn't matter. But you keep on observing these gross realities that you experience directly, and you keep on observing them objectively, without reacting to them. Then you find how you started moving from gross towards subtle, from subtle to subtler, subtlest. You start experiencing the subtlest reality pertaining to your own physical structure. You start experiencing subtlest reality pertaining to your own mind and the mental contents. And that helps you to understand the law of nature. Look how this mind-matter phenomena is so interrelated, influencing one another. How something arises in the mind and it starts manifesting itself with a sensation on the body. As an old student, it becomes so clear to you, an emotion arises in the mind and you get a sensation on the body. And anger is a reason and you find there is heat throughout the body. Palpitation has become strong, there is tension. Similarly, any other defilement will result in some biochemical